Hi guys, it's Joy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy and excited that things are finally starting to feel spooky and feel like fall. One thing I love about the fall season is just like the spices and smells and foods that come with it, including pumpkin, maple, cinnamon. This past year I've gotten super into baking and making my own lattes, so I have a lot of recipes coming up that I do want to try and make. But as you guys know, I do love my coffee. I drink it almost every day, so I figured I'd show you guys how to make my latest fall themed latte, a pumpkin butter latte. Let's get started. So what has inspired this drink for me is this pumpkin butter sold at Trader Joe's. It's really good, really delicious. It tastes great on toast and yogurt, pancakes, even in coffee as well. I do love a pumpkin spice latte, but I'm not obsessed with it like everyone, so I feel like this is good when I want to get in the fall pumpkin spirit, but I want to slightly put a twist on it from the regular pumpkin spice latte. I'm going to use just a regular non-flavored K-cup pod. I have a lot of flavored ones, but I don't really want to mess with the pumpkin of it all. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is put a bit of this pumpkin butter in my mug, and I'm going to brew the espresso over it so that those flavors can really blend together when the espresso is hot. I prefer all my drinks iced, but one thing I learned recently is that when you put espresso directly brewed over ice, that it can shock the espresso and make it really bitter. I've never typically really done it in that order anyways, but I do see a lot of people on social media brewing their coffee that way. If that works for you, great, but for me, I do really want to get the flavors blended well together, so this is how I like to do it. Alright, so now that we have brewed our espresso with our pumpkin butter, I take a hand frother like this and I just froth it together so it can really blend. And now I'm going to let this cool down because I've noticed when I add this straight to milk and ice, it's just going to melt and not be as cold as I want it. I need my drink to be like super cold but not watered down, so I just prefer to either keep it in the fridge or let it sit, and that way I don't have to put in like 10 ice cubes. You might be thinking I used a lot of pumpkin butter, and typically I wouldn't if that was like another sweetener, but the pumpkin butter is like relatively healthy, I feel like, compared to other syrups and sweeteners, and I really wanted that pumpkin flavor to come through. The last time I made this, it was a lot more subtle, so I figured why not go all out. Alright, so the next step is to choose your favorite glass. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me use this. I painted it myself and I love it because it has a little design, but it's also clear so you can see the color of the latte or coffee you're making. Alright, so for milk of choice, I'm using this Chobani oat milk extra creamy. I know some people love a flavored milk, like vanilla in their coffee, but I just like the creamy version of this, and oat milk is my personal milk of choice. I like how it's a little bit thicker than almond milk and how it's a non-dairy option. I'm not dairy free, I just love oat milk. Alright, so now that my espresso has cooled down, this last step essentially is putting everything all together. I mostly eyeball the amount of milk I want until it reaches a solid color, so maybe about until here-ish, because I want to add, you know, ice and stuff at the end. I think that looks pretty good. Honestly, I don't always get this Chobani brand, and I think it makes my lattes a little bit lighter in color than other oat milks I've had in the past. So this is looking very white, but that's okay with me because I know it's gonna taste good. I'm gonna do a quick little taste test just to make sure that this is a good ratio. I'm definitely not going to add more milk, but sometimes I will do that if I pour it really low or if it needs any sort of syrups or cinnamon. So let's see. Wow, the pumpkin butter is really coming through this time, so this is good for me. I don't think I want any more sugary syrups in here. So the last thing I'm going to do is add ice and a special topping I just got. 3 ice cubes is usually the perfect amount for me. And I recently got this pumpkin spice with dairy topping, and I feel like this will be perfect for like pumpkin pancakes or lattes. I've only tried this once, so hopefully it looks super pretty. This is my final product, the pumpkin butter iced latte. I sprinkled a teensy bit of ground cinnamon at the top just for presentation, and I think it came out perfect, and I can't wait to drink this. Yay! Solid latte. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are as excited about fall and spooky season as I am. If you have any ideas for things I can bake related to Halloween or just fall recipes in general, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Bye!